What's up, Timmy? Oh. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to my newcomers, and to those who are my regulars, welcome back. Hope y'all are prepared. I'm ready for another great class. What's going on, peoples? Glad to see you so excited, Ellie. I've enjoyed having you on part of the class. Welcome, Reverend L. Clad. Auntie Yvette, how you doing? Now, the question of the day, Kenesha, is who's going to have the best play today? Auntie Trina Hay?
Kaylee.
Or Kaylee? Welcome, welcome, welcome to those who are new. Thank you for tuning in. Should be another fun class. Uh-oh, my favorite cousin's in the building. Hey, Janae. Mom, that is for both. We're going to do a little more drinking than cooking, but we're going to do a little bit of both. Hey, Toy. How's my star student doing? Auntie Eva, you going to win the best play today? Kyra, we're just talking. We're not nowhere yet, babe. Hello, hello, everybody. So today's setup, we're going to use 3 skillets or saute pans. So make sure you get those 3 out. No, my asparagus is not cooking. It's just sitting in the pan. Oh, Nikki, I'm sorry. Janae's still the favorite cousin.
Why did you flip the camera?
Cool, let's start my wine break already. So, hope for those who have done your prep list that you have marinated your chicken already.
Hey, Joy, welcome.
Hope you have time to marinate your chicken and let that garlic and rosemary and that balsamic really infuse into your chicken. Whether you use thighs or breast, it should be a wonderful product. So, for those who are cooking, let's get that first skillet on medium high heat. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
We should give it another minute or so. Let some more folks get on.
And we're not cooking yet, we're just getting everything ready. So once again, get that skillet on medium high heat. Today's Sauvignon Blanc is Storyteller, About Last Night, 2017. Good $13 bottle. So that's what I'll be sipping on when you tell me wine break. For those who are new to the class, easy weeknight meals. Well, easy to some, but we've been enjoying the class. So if we're going through the class and we are moving too fast, we need to catch up, depending on how many people you're cooking for. Just tell me wine break and we'll slow down and let you catch up. The overall purpose of this class is to teach you different styles and cuisines and just give you another way to cook. As we know, we're still dealing with this COVID-19 and quarantine. So just different ways to cook at home. so you spend more, save more money, and just have different food for you and the family. Never hurts to learn a new type of cuisine or a different style of cooking. Might not be the best, but I'm also here just to teach you and give you some new techniques. So we'll get started in about another 30 seconds. Make sure a lot of more people will check in and get ready. Once again, make sure you have your skillet or saute pan on medium-high heat. And we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Just make sure that pan's well coated. That's too loud.
Mm-hmm.
And so for those who are cooking for big families, Kaylee, I know you cook for a family of 48, so make sure you get all your skillets going at one time. And if you feel like you have if you have a lot of chicken, you might want to turn the oven on. That would speed up the cooking process for you. But for those who are using, I think we have 4 to 5 pieces over here, everything will be on the stove top today. So if you're cooking a magnitude of chicken, go ahead and turn your oven on 350, and that way you can throw your chicken in the oven and speed up the cooking process for you. All right, everybody ready? Give me a thumbs up, give us a like, and we'll get going.
Uncle Paul, what? They said not funny. Hi, Andre.
All right. So you're gonna make sure your skillet and your oil is hot. Make sure the oil is running around the pan, really thin, and coating every part of your pan. We're gonna take our marinated chicken. And for those who didn't prep, this is balsamic vinegar, rosemary, garlic, crushed red pepper, honey, and soy sauce. If you need the marinade recipe, we can post it after this again. So let's get that chicken out of our marinade. Right into that hot skillet. Make sure we open those thighs up. We're using the surface of the whole saute pan. Keep that marinade because we'll use the rest of it in a second. So we want to get a good sear on one side. With the balsamic, it'll be nice and black, but not burnt. So make sure, as you see, we get some boiling from that liquid right here. And we're going to continue to move the chicken around the pan to instill even cooking. Ensure even cooking. So now we're going to season our chicken. Kosher salt. Black pepper for those who are new to the class, or to my regulars, the seasoned pepper blend. And if you're new, this is one of our favorite spices, seasoned pepper blend by Lowry's. I'll probably get about 2 or 3 bottles at a time, and I use it in place of black pepper. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of our garlic blend. Whether you use Weber, Mrs. Dash, Lowry's. And I picked this one up this week. Garlic, smoked paprika, and cayenne pepper. So it's more of a spice blend. So keep that pan moving. We'll make sure we get some good color on that chicken. And if the pan's not hot enough, you feel like it's kind of looking like boiled chicken, we'll just turn your fire up a little bit. But once that balsamic reduces and that honey starts to kick in and thicken up the sauce, you get a nice sear on your chicken. So, if you follow the prep list, that you should have already have your peppers and onions diced. While I'm letting my chicken cook, I'm going to dice mine now. And this is going to be the start of the rice pilaf. So I'll make my horizontal cuts. 3 to 4 depending on how small you want to go. And then make my vertical cuts. And this is going to be the size of the dice. I'm going to do my 3-finger technique with my thumb and my pinky holding the base of the onion. I'm just going to make small, precise cuts. And this is how you dice an onion. Right here, I'm going to lay it flat and just cut along the rest of that onion. So that's my onions for this. Make sure you're still checking your chicken as we're watching. And I hope that most of y'all have already done this step. But if not, you can learn with me. Just put it that way, or you can cut the top off. Lay it flat. And just kind of peel around. Oh, I'll throw this right in my dump bucket. Check my chicken real quick. So you go back over. So like I said, as you get your heat to a higher temperature and that oil starting to kick in, you're gonna start to get a good sear on that chicken. You see how the color's coming through right here? You're gonna make sure that looks beautiful, guys.
Ellie, that's just the marinade that was on the chicken, and then he put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan.
2 to 3 tablespoons, depending on the size of the chicken. But if you really see, you're good. Just that sear that we're talking about, because you got to a high temperature. That balsamic is starting to reduce, the honey's starting to kick in, starting to caramelize and give your chicken a really good crust, a good sear. So remember I said, if your chicken's starting to look like really pale, it looks like it's boiling, your pan is not hot enough. So add some heat to your skillet and make sure you get a good crust, a good sear on that chicken before you flip it over. And once you flip it over, we're going to cut that heat down and allow the chicken to cook on this side a little bit longer. So I'm reducing it down to a medium heat. I'm going to let that chicken sit right there in its own marinade and keep cooking.
Oh, Tiffany, Mia, your computer and these angry faces.
You make angry faces already.
She's not, it's her computer.
Down. So I'm going to dice my red peppers while we wait on that. Red peppers and tomatoes are probably 2 items or 2 vegetables that will really test how sharp your knife is. So every week we talk about knife safety. We talk about how important it is to have a good quality knife. Depending on what style you're cooking for, how much you're cooking, you don't need to spend a lot, but you need to make sure you have a sharp knife. A sharp knife is the safest way to cut in the kitchen. And as you see, I'm still doing my 3-finger technique. My pinky and thumb are holding the base of the peppers. And I'm just making vertical cuts with my tip of the knife going down first. And I'm just rocking the base of it.
It's okay, Tiffany, Mia.
You probably got more than enough, so I'll save these for my daughter who loves to eat red peppers. Yeah, I know, 4-year-old who loves to eat red peppers is kind of weird, but she loves them. And as you see, the way I'm cutting, I'm using the flat part of my knuckle. I'm letting the knife rest against it, and I'm just making my cuts this way, tucking my fingertips underneath so I can't slip anyway. You do it like this, you potentially can slip and cut your fingers, but this way you got a base and a guide so you won't slip. As long as I do this, my knife won't go anywhere. it's always resting against the flat part of my knuckle. It's a different technique for most, but it's a surefire, safe way to keep yourself from cutting. Just make sure you keep those fingertips tucked in, like such. So grab your product, take your fingers and roll them over, and now I'm using my knuckle and just sliding my hand back as I cut.
What brand of knife is that?
This is a custom knife that we got from a cooking convention.
It wasn't a cooking convention.
Or I don't know.
It was the Decatur Book Festival, and they had a company out there that sells personalized knives. I don't know the name of the company, but we can look back and find out for you, Uncle Paul. I think it was Knights. No, I'm not going to make up a name.
So this is just a custom knife, but a good brand of knife, Gustav.
It's Uncle Paul who asked, by the way.
Balsamic is pretty good. Cuisinart actually has some pretty good knives as well. They're more between the $40 and $60 range. So now we're just making sure our chicken is still cooking. I'm on medium to low heat. Just moving my chicken around the pan to ensure that we're getting even cooking.
He said, "Just get me one for Christmas."
And as you start, the more you cook, you'll start to see that.
Hey, Dee
Your marinade is slowly
thanks for joining.
cooking off and adhering to the chicken. So now it's just more of that oil coming through. So just let that still be the base of your chicken so it won't stick to the pan. And once again, we're just cooking on medium-low heat.
And either, I don't know if it's Kaylee or Auntie Trina, she said we have enough knives.
So I am going to switch pans. I'm going to keep this on medium-low heat and just move that to the back burner. I'm going to bring my next pan up.
Hi, Sienna. That'll work.
We're going to go medium-high heat once again. 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil.
Aaliyah, did I say that right? Thanks for joining.
Hey, Aaliyah, how you been? That boy's getting bigger, yours. And so we're just going to let that pan get hot, and we're going to start the base to our rice pilaf.
Sienna's not cooking, but she's here to learn.
Hey, welcome, Sienna. We miss you. So I'm going to take a wine break as we let this second pan get hot. How's everybody doing today? Are we keeping up pretty easily? Is the prep list really helpful this week? Give us some feedback. Let us know. Whatever we can do to make sure this class is easy for you and you learn. Because the ultimate goal is this to be 30 to 45 minute weeknight meal.
Didi, are you here to learn too? Not cooking quite yet?
If you have any ideas for next week's class, please send me a private message.
Send us some messages, some
Let us
suggestions.
know what you're interested in learning how to cook. Is there a different cuisine that you're interested in? Something off the wall, something different. There's no limitations to this class. People can choose to learn or people can choose to watch. But if you got something that you want to learn, please let us know. And we'll add that to our repertoire and get into one of our classes.
The newlywed is on.
Oh.
Miramus.
Oh. Jeremy, that was a beautiful wedding, sir. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, Janae. It's just oil in the pan. That's it, olive oil. They are good, Sienna. They are.
So now,
rambunctious.
Once your pan is hot enough, you start to get a little bit of that sizzle. We're going to add in our onions and our peppers. Like I said, I cut way too many. So I'm going to use about a cup of each. Guess I'm going to put some party rice. As we're going to saute our peppers and onions until they're translucent, which means that you'll start to see your onions turn translucent, opaque a little bit. We're going to sweat your peppers so they won't be as tough. They'll still have a little bit of bite to them, but they won't be raw.
I got a suggestion for jerk chicken.
Is that Cameron?
No, it's actually Sienna.
Okay. As long as it wasn't Cameron, I'll take that suggestion. So as we're still cooking our onions, we're going to pan back to our chicken. And just make sure that we're not overcooking. You're on a medium-low heat. Don't forget to keep flipping your chicken to ensure even cooking. And then at this point, we're going to take some of that marinade that we left.
Okay.
We're going to take some of our marinade, whether you have it in a Ziploc bag or a plastic container. We're just going to pour it back over our chicken. And just let that kind of simmer in that sauce. And yes, I know we had the raw chicken in there and we're cooking it. But as long as our sauce comes to a temperature of 165 for 15 seconds, we have cooked off all the bacteria and we're good to go. So let's turn it on a medium heat and just let that kind of simmer.
I think you've answered that question before you even had a chance to ask.
Oh, I know it's coming.
Leah said, how are your kids?
Woo! I love my 2 kids.
Don't do my babies like that. Cameron said he has a suggestion.
Cameron, we're not doing jerk egg rolls.
Shrimp dish.
What kind of shrimp dish? Whoever says shrimp dish, give me something. Give me a little bit more than that. You want an Asian shrimp dish? You want like a Caribbean, maybe Indian, an African shrimp dish? Give me a little bit more. What do you want to know about it? So as you're...
Do we pour all the remaining sauce?
No, you don't need to. I poured about maybe
show.
half of what I got, just enough to kind of keep my chicken submerged. I just let it kind of sit in that. Like I said, once that balsamic heats up and the honey kind of kicks in, it'll start to thicken.
Noel, those are bell peppers, red bell peppers that are in there with onion. Kyra, he poured the rest of the marinade from the chicken into the pan.
All right, so for our pilaf, once you have starting to get some change to your onions, they're getting a little translucent, your onions and your peppers are becoming soft, we're gonna add a tablespoon or 2 of garlic, that fresh minced garlic that we did.
You're welcome, Noel.
And we're gonna cook that till it's fragrant. So we get a little color on that. So incorporate that.
Caribbean shrimp dish.
Okay. We can do that. Maybe some plantains. We can do some braised cabbage. We haven't done Caribbean, I don't think.
Some vegetarian meals.
We can do that too. We've been doing a lot of, so for my meal prep, we've been doing a lot of lentils and walnuts. Because it's been really good. Got a lot of great feedback on that. So, if y'all interested in that, we can do that.
Something jerk maybe. Didi said if she flips her peppers and onions like that, it will be all over the floor.
Well, Dee, a lot of people mention that, but we call it more of a roll because it's more of a just pushing and pulling it back. But it took a while to get that. And I actually learned how to master that in Waffle House. My first cooking job.
First cooking job. Were you still in high school?
Yep.
Yeah, we were still in high school, senior year. How much garlic did you add to that?
For me, about 2 tablespoons. But, once again, for those who are new to the class, don't go based upon what we add. We're a little bit different. We want more garlic, we like more spice. If you're cooking for your family, you cook to your family's liking, or to yours. I'm just giving you the basis and the beginnings of how to make your pilaf. You go with, you might want more garlic. You might want more or less onions. That's your choice. Because it could be. So,
Adam is on. He said, looking great. I can smell it from here.
oh man, that's a great compliment.
Brown stew chicken or crab cakes?
Okay. Crab cakes will be fun. So now, we're starting to get a little sizzle on our pan. We pretty much cooked out all the oil. Get a little color on our garlic. If you have any remaining rosemary, you can add maybe a 1/4 teaspoon right now. And that'll just make your rice even more amazing. For those who bought the wine, I'm going to add maybe like 1/2 cup of my Sauvignon Blanc. And just let that kind of infuse into the peppers and onions.
Tracy, once a week, every Wednesday at 7:30. 7:30 Eastern, depending
As you
on.
see with my pan, I'm constantly keeping everything off the sides. You tend to get a lot of burnt vegetables, garlic, that's not really hitting any moisture. That sits on the side of the pan. So if you don't have wine, you can add a little chicken stock. All we're doing is add a little moisture before we add our rice back to this.
How much wine did you just add in?
Half a cup.
That was the wine, Tracy.
Chicken over here looking good.
And this is still on medium to low.
Yeah, I'm gonna crank that back up because I want that honey to kind of come through. So I'm gonna go high for about 3 or 4 minutes on your chicken. We can't forget that.
Yeah, if you don't have wine, Noel, he said that you can add in chicken stock.
How's everybody doing? If you're doing good, you're in a great spot.
I think the pace
Give
is
us a like.
good today.
No?
Just making sure I got all the comments. A beef dish, maybe? Someone suggested. My question is to our non-vegetarian viewers, if we do a vegetarian dish, are you willing to step out there and do it? Do we need stock?
Not necessarily. But you'll need something to keep the rice moist as you add it to the saute pan. It's going to take a little time to heat it back to get it back to temperature. So,
Thanks, Noel.
like I said, we turned our marinade back up. Just reducing that vinegar, activating that honey. That rosemary smells amazing. I'm just gonna let that kind of reduce.
Your uncle responds to my question is, as long as you add meat.
As you should.
And then our auntie joins in and says, I'll just have my meat on the side.
All right.
Can we use olive oil only?
On.
I'm assuming the vegetables.
Yeah.
Noel, are you referring to the vegetables? The onions and bell peppers?
So now I'm gonna add in my cooked wild rice that we cooked already. Some utensil.
Auntie Vet, you can add in some rosemary into your veggies if you like.
For those who cut extra.
If you cut extra.
And like I said, once you added that rice, it's gonna start sticking because of the starch and it's already cooked. So you're gonna need some kind of moisture. If you have vegetable stock, chicken stock, if you don't want to add wine, add a little bit of water. But I recommend stock over anything if you don't want to use wine.
How can we subscribe to this channel? Oh, she came in under your mom. Your mom shared it, so she joined. So how can she subscribe to make sure she catches the classes?
Just send me a friend request. We're doing pretty good, and I think pretty soon we might have to move to a YouTube channel, which is a great thing to hear. But right now, just send me a friend request, and I accept all requests. And usually by Saturday or Sunday, we post the cook list of your grocery list, and then on Tuesday we prep the prep list. So that way you are prepared and not having to do blanching asparagus, dicing onions and peppers all at the same time.
Yes, about the vegetables. Can't you just use olive oil?
Yes.
Okay.
So rice is getting hot. I'm seeing steam. I add a little bit more wine. You could add stock if you like. The next step before we pull it off and move it to the side is you're gonna season your rice. I'm gonna hit it with pepper blend. I'm gonna add a little heat.
Why is your chicken so light colored? Mine is dark.
That darkness is good. You just probably sit it a little bit long before I add more marinade. As long as it's tender. Mine's not really light. I got good sear on there.
It might also be the lighting too that's making it look like a little bit lighter.
But like I said, keep flipping that chicken, and as you start to see it bubble and thicken up, we're gonna cut that off. Chicken's done. Season your rice, taste your rice if you're happy.
Yes, Tracy, if you actually, I think if you just click on I don't know from my phone, but it's actually, this is on Ken's page right now. So if she shared it, you should see his name right at the top of the video, and it'll say Ken Robinson. Just click on there and do a friend request.
So as you see, as I'm cooking this rice and we're finishing up, that starch is really starting to stick. I'm getting a little sticky right here, so I'm overcooking it tad. I'm gonna pull that off. Let that sit over there.
Hey, Marche, you're not cooking this week?
Make sure you are tasting your food as we cook, guys. I can't iterate that enough. And then our last dish.
What seasoning did you put in the rice?
That was just kosher salt, pepper blend, herd wine break.
Nobody said wine break, but you're just going fast.
Y'all know this is what I do.
Yeah,
So
you're getting in your mode.
I am.
I'm gonna slow you down a little bit.
Cookies
I'm
amazing.
gonna help y'all out, y'all.
I love it. So I added seasoned pepper blend or black pepper, kosher salt, and for us we want a little heat, so we added our new condiment, which is that peppy blend, which is cayenne pepper, paprika, and garlic. So our rice is ready, and we're gonna take a little quick break before we finish with asparagus.
Okay. I understand. I was here, Nikki. Let me see if I can show you now. How does yours look compared to that? Now that it's kind of been sitting. And this is the rice pilaf. Yes, peppy blend. Or you can also just season it to your liking.
Whatever in your cabinet. Fresh shredded pepper, cayenne pepper, lemon pepper seasoning if you're about that life. It's whatever you like. So,
your uncle says, be sure to show Chef going downstairs after the 5th wine break.
that's what we're doing today. Shouldn't you help prepare for your 48 member family? All right. So our last pan is going to be our lemon asparagus. Medium high heat.
This is just the asparagus that he blanched earlier, guys.
Yep. If you follow the prep list, you'll be on the same page. So
Yes, Noel.
we're going to bring that asparagus to temperature. Olive oil, medium high heat. A little bit of salt. So just kosher salt. I'm gonna use my garlic blend. Janae, that's fine. I like my rice to have a little bit of bite too. But if you feel like it's more starchy and chalky, add some stock to that. Oops. Add some stock to that. Get liquid in there. Add stock to that. Now I'm gonna take my lemon. We're gonna cut that in half. And we're gonna add the lemon juice to our asparagus. Just kind of steam it in that lemon juice. And because your asparagus is already cooked, you don't need to overcook it. So you'll turn that off now. And
Did you already answer Janae's question about the wine?
Yes. Okay. And for those who want to take it to another level, we're going to take a zester and we're going to zest some of that lemon right into our asparagus.
Cameron, that was fresh lemon juice he just poured on
You
there.
don't have to. If you don't, that's fine. But that lemon zest will just add another level of flavor on top. So once you start to see some steam from your pan, cut that asparagus off because it's already cooked. And we do not want limp, mushy asparagus.
Noel, you're hilarious. She said he poured that salt on there like they were diamonds. Okay, start over on the asparagus again. Tell them one more time.
So we started with a hot saute pan, skillet. We went medium-high heat. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we threw our blanched asparagus right in. Then I seasoned it with my roasted garlic blend and kosher salt. And once we got a little bit of sizzle and some heat to the pan, we cut it off and finished with lemon juice. So that way it's still cooking because it's hot, but it's not mushy. It's still got some crunch to it. And we added a lemon juice. If you have a zester, we got a little lemon zest for an extra kick, a little bite.
You got that, cousin?
I'm gonna add some pepper. I want pepper. You don't need pepper, but I want pepper. So this is my asparagus. I'm eating it. I'm gonna do what I want.
Because that's your business.
There you go, Tabitha. All right. So now, everybody's favorite part. The plating.
Is everybody ready for plating? What, Janae? She's sweating. Okay.
Janae, why are you sweating? This is easy day.
Right. Take a sip like you tell everybody else to do. Take a sip, cousin.
Janae needs a wine break, everybody. Everybody tell Janae wine break.
All right, here we go. Let's get ready to plate.
So we're going to start with our pilaf. We're going to get right on our plate, high and tight. I'm going to do that one this way. And then on this plate, because it's round, I'm just going to make a straight line. Kind of play on the shape.
Ripple break.
No more rice. We ain't today. All right. We're going to take our asparagus. And for presentation purposes, guys, please make sure your spears are going in the same direction.
Oh, my word.
I would hate that to disqualify you for improper plating. I'm going to plate that right to the side.
Your rice is darker than ours. Why?
It could be the different type of wild rice I got. I just use Uncle Ben's long grain wild rice. As long as you added the wine, garlic, onions, and peppers, you're perfectly fine. I'm gonna take my chicken. I'm gonna take that skin side and put it right on top. For this one, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna give it a bias cut, meaning I cut it in half on an angle. I'm gonna set it right there. Tennessee whiskey.
This is art. Exactly what we needed in 2020.
Right here. Just like that.
Well, he don't play about his plating.
And make sure before you take that picture, make sure your plate is clean. No fingerprints. Everything's tight. And as you hear, I'm gonna take that rest of that marinade that became our sauce. And for this one, I'm gonna start on the chicken. And I'm just gonna work my way around the plate. Right? Like so, like that. And then for this one over here, I'm scraping that plate, getting that rest of that marinade. We're gonna go straight down the chicken breast. I'm sorry, the chicken thigh. And just let it kind of cool down on top of the rice. Just like that. Over here, I'm gonna take my rosemary sprig. I'm gonna lay it right in there.
Oh, you fancy.
Just like that. And then for those who got a little bit of minced rosemary left over, we're gonna get some rosemary on the plate. That green against that black will give it some pop and some color. I am going to wipe my plate one more time. Nobody wants a dirty plate in front of them.
Don't eat that.
And there you go, guys.
I would hope they know not to eat the sprig of
Balsamic
rosemary.
rosemary chicken, lemon asparagus, wild rice pilaf, a little Sauvignon Blanc.
That looks like a $150 plate.
And we're done, guys. Cheers. So for my newcomers, oops, open cabinet. Take a picture. Give me your best picture.
Oh, yes. When the kids approve. Yes.
Give me your best picture. Post it. Tag me. And we'll vote on your pictures. I hope you've enjoyed this class. We're really probably one of our faster classes. We're at 41 minutes right now. So I enjoyed that. Hope that prep list really helped out. If you look on the screen, if you really enjoyed this class, you want to show some appreciation, send us a tip just to say thank you. No matter how big, how small, anything matters, and we just appreciate that. That helps goes for buying the groceries and whatever we're doing. So we thank y'all. The Cash App is $Chef Ken Rob. And like I said, if you feel the need to donate, thank you. This is a free class that will remain free. And if you just want to show some appreciation, once again, thank you. So these are our final plates. We played it 2 different ways.
Who won last week?
Who did win last week? We got to put name in the hat. Who did win last week?
I don't remember. We have to go look back and see. I can't remember who it was.
We'll post it. I want to say, I think it was Clarissa Cole. Between Clarissa Cole and Toya. But we'll give you a final update.
What drink are you on? 2 or 3?
Y'all tell me, what is that? Maybe 2.5.
Janae said. Janae.
It'll be done by the time we finish our dinner.
All right, everybody
So
good?
I hope you like the final, your plating. Hope your sauce came out the right way. Hope your chicken is nice and tender and juicy. Hope your rice is flavorful. And your asparagus has some bite to it. Thank you for joining us. Once again, take a picture, post it, tag me as well, and we'll give you some comments. Thank you again. Cheers.